Jen, and I am here to share with you my first collection disconnection video. So I've titled that series Collection Disconnection because I am going to use one whole collection, and this is the Crate Paper Wonder collection, which is brand new. And but you could apply these techniques to any collection that you choose. I want to show you how you could get a bunch of different layouts that all look different from each other, that aren't necessarily specific to what the kit is meant to be. And so this kit is kind of like a childhood, growing up kind of kit, but it's not super themey. And so I want to show you how you can do a bunch of different layouts using the same kit that have different themes and different looks and stuff like that. So for my very first layout, I am going to actually go with the theme and use up some of the products that do actually have to do with childhood. So I'm using this photo of my daughter and my nephew just playing. And so this first collection disconnection video will be just using the kit as it's intended. And then future videos will show you how you can disconnect yourself from the kit like specifics, the kit intentions, so that you can get different kinds of layouts. So with that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and just get started, and I'll put you on fast forward.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start by just flipping through some of the die cuts. Now these die cuts are awesome. They're really super thick and sturdy, and I love that. I'm intentionally pulling out some of the ones that have to do with toys and kids and playing, just so that I can use up some of those on this layout. Like I said, I'm going to make this one actually have to do with childhood. So those little die cuts that I'm going through right now are actually cut aparts from the 6x6 paper pad. So I decided to cut up some of those since you get 2 of each sheet. And now I'm going through the patterned papers. I've only bought 1 of each patterned paper. So I don't know if Crate Paper actually sells collection packs anymore, but if they do, you might get 2 of each sheet in those. I don't know, but I just got 1 of each paper and then the 6x6 pad. So what I'm going to do is plan to use 1 of the larger pieces for my base, and because I'm using a smaller square photo, I can use the 6x6 paper pad to map my photos with. Just going through these die cuts once more to just see if there's anything else, now that I've kind of picked out some of the patterns that I like that might coordinate with this layout. And I'm going to look through the sticker sheet as well. So this photo is a picture of my daughter and my nephew playing with some toys that he got for his birthday. And so I thought it would be fun to include some of the little, well, the one that says child admit 1 and toys unlimited, those were perfect little die cuts for this. I cut my photo and I kept it a white border so that it looked like a Polaroid. And then I'm just going to layer up some of the 6x6 papers to make it look like a messy mat. It bulks up the photo because I only have 1 photo to tell this story. It gives it a little bit more presence on the layout. I used another die cut up at the top where Crate Paper often has little pieces of tape on, it's like printed onto the paper, and I just layered a die cut up there with that tape. And now I am pulling out some of the stickers and using my EK Success powder tool to take some of the sticky off the back. And I thought it would be fun to include some of these little cats. The one with the, I think it's a bear that has that crown on, I thought that worked for kind of a birthday. It's not a birthday layout per se, but I am going to talk about how it was his birthday, so I thought that would work. And then I'm also pulling out this little house sticker. It kind of reminds me of a little playhouse, or, you know, like a dollhouse or something, and so I'm going to use it on this layout because it's all about play. Now, the layout was feeling a little bit heavy to me, and so what I'm going to do is just use a piece of white cardstock rather than mounting it on that huge background paper, and then I can use that paper again. So just using some white cardstock for that. My title is going to be Happy Little Memories. Now, originally when I showed the kit, I decided to not get the tassels, but I ended up ordering them because I thought it would be good for me to work out of my comfort zone a little bit. So I'm going to include that little yellow tassel, and I think it's fun and cute actually. I do pull out a puffy sticker that says you and me, and then I'm just kind of trying to see how I want to arrange these little pieces on the background. While I'm deciding, I'm going to go ahead and commit to this strip on the background. And this is a layout that I often do where I anchor one photo or my photos to a strip of paper, whether it's on the top or bottom of the layout or up and down. And usually I do it vertically, and then I can build out. So this is kind of an L-shaped design. So a strip going vertically, and then I'll build out horizontally from that strip a little bit. So now I'm going to commit to where my photo placement is going to be and those layers, and then I'll get my title placed down. I'm just using some Scotch Quick Dry adhesive in my fine line bottle to adhere that. It's just a chipboard piece. And I'm going to staple on that little sticker that says Little Memories. So my title's Happy Little Memories. And so Little Memories could be, I think that they'd put Little Memories so that, you know, little kids, little memories, but you could obviously use that for whatever you wanted. And then I stapled on that tassel. So I realized the staples are silver and the tassel ring was gold, but I didn't care about it. I just decided to go for it. So I'm just trying to decide how I want to arrange these little bits and pieces. And I struggled with it just a little bit. I do know that I want to put that little bear with the crown on foam tabs so that he pops up a little bit. And I'm going to just go ahead and stick him down. I decide not to use that little cat die cut. I have a cat, and so I will plan on scrapbooking a layout about my cat with those cat die cuts. So that'll be in a future video. So that is, I guess, a little sneak of what's to come, ways that you can use this kit for something different. So I'm going through the die cuts again, trying to think if there's anything else that might go with this layout. And I decide to pull out a bunch of die cuts, and I'm going to kind of create a line with them. And I originally thought about going diagonal, but I'm going to end up doing it up and down. And I'm just pulling a bunch of different little squarish pieces that I can layer on the edge of that where that paper is. And I like the way that it kind of brings it all together and it draws your eye toward the photo. I'm still struggling with where to put that little house die cut. It feels like it's floating where it is right now. I pulled off that Puffy 2 sticker because there's 2 of them, and I'm just gonna include it next to the tassel. I'm thinking about including that little puffy blue heart just so that I bring in more of that blue color, but my daughter's shirt is blue, so I feel like that's enough. I am going to end up putting that house sticker on the right hand side, but to kind of anchor it, I'm going to pull out this paper that's like a corrugated dark brown, and I thought it was perfect because it pulls in the color from that little die cut banner flag I put at the top. And I just dovetailed the ends, and I'm going to let the house rest on top of that. So that kind of creates my nice L shape. Well, it's a backwards L. And then it also covers up the circle. So I left the branding strip on that 6x6 paper that's blue, and it has a bunch of wood grain hellos all over it. And it has a little circle hole inside of it, and so it covers that up as well. So that was perfect. I'm going through to see if there's any other stickers that I want to include, and I found a little aqua banner, and I like the way that it mimics the banner at the top. So I'm going to go ahead and include that. And now I'm going to go ahead and adhere these little die cuts. This layout only took me about 30 minutes to create, which is really good for me. And I think it's because I had all of my supplies and everything really went together. But like I said, in future videos, I will show you how you can switch things up. But this first video, I just wanted to kind of play with the kit and see how everything worked together and just kind of use it as intended. So I'm going ahead and journaling on the photo with my black Muji pen. And I just have to be careful until it dries, but it will stay once it's dry. And then after I'm done with that, I will go ahead and just add a few little finishing touches with some of the adhesive backed sequins and enamel dots that come in this collection. I think I'm just looking for my date stamp here. I lost my Chamel roller date stamp. I have to find it. I love that thing. So I'm using my Heidi Swap roller date stamp here. And here's where I'm adding some of those little finishing touches. I like the adhesive back sequins. I think it's a great idea. So just adding a few little shots of that darker red, and I put one sequin on the tag because instead of threading it. And that is pretty much, oh, I'm going to go ahead because I felt like it needed just a little something extra. I outlined the whole layout with a black Muji pen. And then I think I also add a little bit of ink splatter to it as well. I think I just add, just a little bit of Mr. Huey's in Splash. So that's going to complete this layout. I hope that you've enjoyed. And if you like this layout, be sure to check back next week where I'll show you a different way that you can use the same collection to create another layout that looks completely different. Thanks so much for watching, and if you have any questions, head over to my blog where I'll have much more information as well as links to this the products that I used in this collection. Thanks so much for watching. We'll talk to you next time.